Question 3. Did you get anything on Black Friday? And what's your worst purchase ever?
You start.
Um, I did. I was certainly not going to buy anything. I feel like we were robbed on Black Friday a little bit this year. We talked about this before, but we didn't get to see any crazy stampedes and people getting like bowled over and the lunatics who cut each other's throats for an Xbox or something. We didn't get any of those videos because of COVID. So that's like high up on the list of things that we missed out on and why I hate this coronavirus. Those are my favorite.
There's like little headlines or like little stories about local woman run over in the hospital,
like trampled to death,
ribs.
you know?
Yeah.
Or people
Those are
like
awesome.
they're in a nice orderly line and then you see somebody come to unlock the door and all of a sudden everyone just rushes to the front and pushes against the door and it breaks open. It's crazy. People revert to cavemen.
Yeah,
they
tribal
buy
instinct.
the newest Barbie doll or whatever the hell it is. So I was like, no, when I was a kid, I would wait outside stores with my brother, but it was more like a tradition thing. And it was very orderly and they would give you like a ticket here. You were the first 50 in line for this TV. You can come back later in the day if you want
a
get
ticket.
the TV or whatever. But I always avoid Black Friday sales. I did buy, there's like an old school Phillies jacket. And I was like, oh, this is awesome. I was like, this is gonna be perfect for like going to those early spring baseball games where it's a little chilly. I'll put this on. And then I bought it and I remember that there's not gonna be any fans at sporting events for fucking 2 months or 2 years, I mean.
Yeah, by the way, a couple months ago you asked me to make you a custom Eagles hat.
Yeah.
Like why did you want me to do that? Because you wanted to have a one of one, or you couldn't find something?
Sort of. All of the hats that I could find were like either super gaudy and like flat, like really ugly, or just something that everyone had. I don't know. I wanted something unique, something different.
Unique.
And,
one of one. I like that.
One of one, yeah.
But dude,
and I think it would be like a good design. But
I hate shopping.
Yeah, shopping sucks.
I need clothes sometimes. Like I need stuff sometimes. I mean, I just buy it online. But I get like panicked whenever I have to go to the store to buy clothes. Sometimes I'll be like, have all the time in the world and Shelby wants to go into the store. I'm like, all right. And I walk in there and I'm like, I gotta get the hell out of here. I don't know what it is. I sell clothing for a living. I hate shopping for clothes. So
did you buy anything on Black Friday?
Fuck no, I didn't buy anything on Black Friday. I mean, I don't know why I said fuck no. I just didn't because so I'm on the other side of this thing, man. Every Black Friday, every Cyber Monday, a little humble, braggadocious, like our sales have gone off the fucking chart the past 7 days. And it happens every year. Every year I'm like, I think we're going to get here and just skyrockets over it. So people are absolutely shopping and I can't even, I'm astonished by how many sales I've had recently, so that's my Black Friday. I was just selling. And by the way, selling meant doing nothing. I already had all this stuff set up. So I would just check my phone every once in a while. But if I need something, I buy it, and I'm not savvy or care enough to wait for a deal. So I'm one of the people who a company will get, like if I need it, I'm going to buy it when it's convenient for me to buy it. And I'm not a very savvy shopper. For as much of like a businessman I am like, I'm not cheap. I'm not like frugal. I'm not very frugal. I'm good with money, but I'm very bad at being frugal. And I think it's a good trait because what's worse than someone who's like trying to save a penny here and there? I mean, if you would do it in your own world or you're a shopper and it's fine, but like, oh God, I hate people who are like trying to save a penny, like out at dinner or like here and there, like, and it affects like your surroundings. It's one of my least favorite traits.
It's just such a buzzkill. Like ruins the vibe. It's the quickest way to ruin a vibe is being like a cheap penny pincher and like arguing over a difference of like $6. You know what I mean?
Couldn't agree more. And on the business side, it's also a negative way because if you put all your energy towards, I bet you I have a few bills going through my account that I could call and lessen. But if I spend all my energy trying to penny pinch my bank account, that's not where entrepreneurs should be spending their time. Like I'm sure, like it's everything about being cheap always seems to be bad to me. Now, maybe I'm a little more fortunate.
As an entrepreneur.
If you're broke though, you need to be cheap.
Yeah,
that's a different story. Sure. If you don't have that much or you're just starting off and I was Souza, who was one of our friends who I started business with. He thinks I'm the cheapest motherfucker, but it's just because we had no money. So like I had to be cheap, but I'm not cheap. But so I didn't buy anything on Black Friday.
What's the worst purchase you've ever made?
Okay.
I have one.
Okay, you go first.
But it's not a big purchase, but it was actually why that hat. I asked you to make that hat because I was like searching all over for like a unique, cool Eagles hat, or like flyers, some sort of hat, and looked all over. Found these like old ass snapback hats that I really liked, and they were all like either super expensive, or just like nobody was selling them. I just found like people like showing them off. So I finally found one on eBay. Never buy anything off eBay. Bought it on eBay. So excited. It finally came, and it was made for like a squirrel. It would have fit on my thumb. It was tiny, smallest hat in the world, and I was so incredibly bummed out. And that's when I was like, "Fucking, I'm buying a blank hat. I'm gonna ship it to you to print on it," because I was so bummed out.
It's like in Zoolander when he's like, "What is this? A museum for ants?"
Right. That's kind of how I felt. And it wasn't super expensive, but it was more like the energy and time that I spent finding it and being so excited. I was like, oh man, I like scoured the depths of the internet to find this thing. Finally found it. What an awesome find. And it's made for an infant. So
it needs to be at least 3 times this big.
Yeah. And I have a huge head. So even if it was made for a regular adult, it would have been too small.
Worst thing I ever bought was I moved into my house is for sale. I'm selling my house, which is kind of crazy. Like, whatever. So when I first moved into my house about 4 years ago, April 2017, I had this vision that I was going to make a secret room in my house. I was so excited for it. It was going to be in the attic because we have a big attic, and I was going to create through the regular entrance to the attic's in the hallway. In my walk-in closet, I wanted to make the attic through there so I could only access it from my room. And then I was going to have it be blocked off so that if you did go up to the attic through the regular, you wouldn't be able to see it. You just think that's where the wall is. And behind that, I was going to have a secret room. Was so excited about this. So first month I got the house, I bought a lawnmower, a saw, a bunch of plywood. Now lawnmower, I stopped mowing my lawn. That's not really part of it.
Lawnmower?
Yeah. Like house stuff is the bad stuff I bought. But I don't mow my lawn anymore. But I bought literally like 5 different saws because I kept getting the wrong one, and I bought all this plywood. And my house came with these like
yourself.
I was gonna try to do it myself.
Jesus.
So my house came with these if there's ever a hurricane, each window has like a piece of wood that you put over it for the hurricane. So I started by using those. So I went up in the attic, I took a bunch of those, and I put them down on the floor. And then I started bringing up the plywood, and I kind of started to envision it. And I cut a hole in my ceiling, a square rectangle hole to go up there. And I was all ready to do this. So 3 weeks in, I have all this stuff in the garage, a saw, even bought one of those like things that's like a horse thing where you have the 2 legs and you put the saw and you put the wood on it, and so you can saw and then it falls apart. It gives it a little leverage. But all these tools. So after the first week, I actually accidentally stepped on my ceiling and put 2 holes in my ceiling. And those recently, before I got my house ready to sell, I had to pay a bunch of money to get those fixed up. And I didn't tell anyone about the rectangle hole in my closet because I'm too embarrassed. So I'm just going to have whenever the house gets inspected, they're going to find it. And I'm just going to, hopefully I can like kind of be away by then.
You need to do that before your house gets inspected, because that happens after you sell the house, and that'll fuck up the sale.
Like
you need to address that before you get your house inspected, because they will literally, you have to redo everything. You have to redo contracts, the offer, everything goes out the window because they'll appraise it way lower.
I'll take off like $1,000.
Good thing that you didn't finish, because had you finished that room by yourself, I mean, first you have to teach yourself how to use a hammer because you're the least handy guy that's ever existed. Had you finished that room, the value of your house would have been cut in half. Seriously.
I swear to God, my original vision was just going to increase the value of the house. Like I had this vision. I had this vision where like I'm selling the house and I'm showing people around, and like first of all, I found out that you're actually not allowed to be in the house when the people come in. But Shelby was going to go talk to the wife, and then I was going to bring the husband in and be like, "Yo, check out this room." And I was going to like show him up there and show him. It was going to be epic, dude. I had all planned for it. Actually, still up in that attic is a chair that I had up there that I hung out there a lot when I first got it because I was so excited about this attic. I was just going to make it. and it just went to shit. The holes in the ceiling, unintentional holes in the ceiling that I stepped, and then the intentional hole in the ceiling, which I'm too embarrassed to even get fixed, and I'm just going to deal with the repercussions of it whenever it arises. And I think I'm going to say something like, oh, I had this vision to have a second entrance to the attic, and it didn't work out because like it's not something I stepped on. It's a perfectly square rectangle that I sawed into the.
Tell him you did it like in your sleep, or be like, I don't know, man. I just
like,
claim that you have no idea.
I don't
know. I don't know what to tell you. It's here.
Know. Yeah. So, I don't know. Get away. Maybe like I don't know. Maybe like smoke weed up there. But like now, like there's like all the smokeless stuff, so that's not really so necessary.
I'd love to see your sales pitch of the guy. You bring the guy up there, and he's like, Jesus Christ! Or like, oh, this is where I murder people. Is essentially what you'd be telling him. But you'd be like, be too cool. See this? That's some exposed insulation right there. So that's
no. I was gonna put a little rug. I was gonna put a little rug. I was gonna
a lava lamp.
Yeah. I was gonna get a lava.
You're gonna somehow try to wire the electric up there.
Yeah. Well, I'd run an extension cord probably.
Yeah, but I wish you would have finished that.
I have not been up to my attic.
It would be the creepiest room of all time.
No, well, there's a big window in there that has a lot of good natural light. So what
it takes to like make a room? You thought this was going to be some like really nice room, exposed insulation and plywood everywhere, holes in the wall.
People have like finished attics and finished basements. I was going to have a finished room in the attic, and it was going to be secretive. The fact, and if anyone else went up in the attic through the regular entrance, they'd look around and they'd be like, okay, this looks normal. They wouldn't think anything was behind this wall over there. So I just always wanted to have a secret room in my house. I always wanted a secret room. And when I first bought this house, the first thing I did was look around. I'm like, where's the secret room going to be? Where's the secret room? And I had all this attic space. And I was like, oh. So
for future reference, like pay somebody to do that.
Yeah.
That knows how to use a screwdriver.
But just imagine pitching an idea to like the contractor and be like, dude, you have 4 bedrooms and you only have 2 people that live here that sleep in the same room. What the hell do you need an extra room for?
Like the ceiling is 3.5 feet tall. Like it's so illegal to do this.
The ceiling's super high, dude. My attic is big. But in my garage are still all these fucking tools, all these saws, all this shit I never use.
Hold on to them.
I mean, dude, when I move out, I'm probably gonna have to just like get rid of a bunch of shit. And I'm never doing handiwork again. As I've been successful in business, as I've done a little better, I'm never mowing my lawn again. I'm never fucking doing handiwork again. Fuck that. I mean, it's just not my skill set. It's not my skill set.
This is the problem with
you think Jeff Bezos. You think Jeff Bezos does his own fucking handiwork?
Do you have $100 billion?
I mean, do you think?
I bet Jeff Bezos knows how to do some shit around the house. That's what men used to be able to do.
I could do some shit around the house if I have to put together like this desk right here. I fucking did it because I had to. I didn't want to.
You had instructions.
Yeah.
If you had to like fix a toilet,
I installed my bidets.
Don't you see the value in having just like handy skills and being able to fix things?
No, that's outdated. That's outdated. I don't fucking need to do that.
You're too busy applying bronzer and sitting in tanning beds and shit to learn how to pick up a fucking power tool. But
what are you talking about? What are you talking about?
It's such a
remember that one time in college?
It's such a shame. Not that I'm Mr. Fix It, but I love learning how to fix stuff around the house. There's nothing like you can find how to do anything on YouTube. I fixed my lawnmower. I like fixed the engine of my lawnmower. That was awesome. Fixing stuff around the house is amazing.
Fuck that. I got other hobbies. I like to maximize my skills in the things that make me money and not worry about the things.
You're an entrepreneur, but I think that it's a just
the pussification. And I did my lawn for a year. I did my own lawn for a year, and I literally got a community violation for how bad it looked.
The lawn I understand, but like knowing how to fix things and be handy around the house, that's not a wasted skill. That's something that people need to know how to do.
Unless you can hire someone.
So,
have you ever heard a better podcast in your entire life? Take that, Joe Rogan. Best podcast you've ever heard. Get more podcasts right here and subscribe to the show too while you're at it. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate you. Honestly, I love you.